wonderful way of illustrating the cause of just about everything that's wrong in this country, as well as how much of a lie we've all been fed for so long. Good news, guys. Looks like our military is now being funded by anonymous private interests. What could go wrong? And I'll get to the legalities in a second, but what this actually reveals is that taxing corporations and taxing the wealthy would have been fine this entire time. As it turns out, they have no problem spending that money. And Mamdani pointed out something similar recently, right? They're happy to spend more money on beating him than they would on any theoretical tax that he has proposed. The issue isn't the wealthy paying the money itself. Hell, now they're donating it directly to the government. The issue is whether the money goes towards benefiting the oligarchy or the working class. Before you come at me, $130 million apparently gives every member of the military around $100, apparently. And this becomes a lot more clear when you take into account not just the $130 million donated to the Pentagon, but also the now, I think, $300 million donated to the ballroom and the destruction of the East Wing of the White House, as well as the millions of bribes given to the administration more indirectly, like millions donated to the inauguration, or hundreds of millions of free legal work, or the tens of millions paid to organizations in settlements that would have been won easily in court. See, they could be paying this money in taxes, and then the government could be allocating this money in ways that actually benefit the majority of working class Americans. But that's not what they want. That's actually the problem. Never mind the fact that the dollar dropped around 11% in the first half of this year alone, and Morgan Stanley itself has predicted that it'll depreciate another 10% next year, meaning we could have literally just taxed them all an additional, 20%, and they still would have been way better off. That would have been a problem because those taxes could have gone towards helping everyday Americans, and we can't have that. And as promised, this $130 million go to the Pentagon that's supposedly going to be distributed to the military itself. That is illegal thanks to the Anti-Deficiency Act. You can donate money to the government if you wish, but it's still up to Congress to appropriate it and allocate it. The Pentagon doesn't just get to spend more money than it was given by Congress. Even if it was legal, of course they're donating it to the military and not something like SNAP benefits. But hey, why would they do that? I mean, it's not like there's any wealthy individuals waiting in the aisles for the American military to invade Venezuela in order to topple Maduro, instate Machado, and privatize the oil industry so that they can get a piece of it. Why would they do that? If I didn't know any better, I'd say it almost looks like the U.S. military is primed to just be a bunch of mercenaries for the oligarchy. But I know better.